Well, hey there everybody, and welcome to a new movie reviews with us. So, Creepy Critters and everyone new to the show, thanks for joining us. Today we're talking about two new movies this year, one brand new one. We finally saw Tenet on streaming. We had to buy it, which I don't know if it was a great choice or not, but we might watch it again, I don't know. But, and then we saw Wonder Woman 84 on HBO Max. So, okay, let's talk about these fine films. So, first up is Tenet.
Yes.
And, you know, we had to dump, you know, it was Christmas when we watched these. That's what today is, where we watch these movies today on Christmas. And, you know, we had to dump. It's our day off. It's our relaxing day.
We don't have a day off.
Yes. But I mean, you know, we were staying at home. No big plans. Obviously, that's this entire year.
Yeah.
But, you know, we like to enjoy ourselves on the holiday and other days. And, you know, so we had a few edibles before we watched Tenet. And, this movie gives you so much fucking information.
Oh my
so
God.
quickly through conversations. It's like how Gilmore Girls talk really fast. They're like blah 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 blah.
So like at least the first like 3/4 of the movie is a tiny bit of action, and then very next thing is you're meeting a new character and a ton of information.
Yep.
And then a tiny bit of action. And then you meet another new character and a whole new set of things that you need to find out. And this keeps going for like 2/3 of the movie.
Yeah. This was really hard to follow at the beginning. The plot's not that complicated when you
It's so
get to
convoluted.
the central idea of what's going on, but it's just there's a lot going on in this movie.
It didn't need to be.
It didn't need to be so convoluted, for sure. So this, if you've seen the commercial, the big thing about this is, like, stuff moves backwards, and that's the big thing with this movie, is it's backwards, timey-wimey stuff.
I was thinking the backwards man the whole time.
Yeah, if you ever seen Freddy Got Fingered, the backwards man. That's like this whole movie.
It's a cool, interesting concept.
Oh yeah, and I really liked how things kind of went towards the end. The plot was really silly, kind of over the top enough that it was very entertaining to watch. This is not like Inception was a better made movie than this, and like had better actors that were like. I think it was mostly the writing was really bad.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily bad, but just not what you're used to seeing maybe from Christopher Nolan.
It just wasn't fully fleshed out, or it was too fleshed out. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Tenet.
It's just a lot.
The action sequences are amazing though. There's lots of really, really cool scenes, and then like later on they make even more sense.
Yeah.
And I like some of the ideas, and like
it did progressively get better as it went along, for sure.
And I'm curious, like I was real curious as I was watching it, like how some of these stunts were done.
Yeah.
Because it was really cool. Once you kind of realize what was going on, but I just feel like this movie, and probably Christopher Nolan thought this movie was a lot way cooler and cleverer than it is. And same as Inception. Inception's a great movie. I like it.
The idea is amazing and interesting, but
I feel like the execution in that one was a little better than in this one.
Yeah. Another. I mean, it's not the exact same thing, and I don't want to like spoil anything, but another show that like does this kind of concept a little better is Fringe.
Yeah. Very fight the future kind of thing.
or
something.
Dimensions or etc.
Maybe. There are parts of this I liked a lot. To me, this felt like a really long, expensive pilot to a TV show.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like they were setting up a TV show with a really long, expensive pilot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel bad for the poor bastards who went to theater and got COVID for this, because it's certainly maybe wasn't worth the $20 we paid for it. But I mean, I might watch it again someday, because I like trashy movies like this. They're real crazy and over the top. And if you get past all, I would honestly, if I watched this again, I would probably fast forward like half of it and just watch the cool scenes. But Tenet, I would give it like a B-, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Like in a B range. High C, maybe.
Ooh,
High C.
Up next is...
well, just a second. Let me make sure. Robert Pattinson's like randomly in this. I didn't even remember that from the commercial.
Yeah, I don't either. He's like a main character in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about all I got for that. Yeah.
Yep. Alright, now let's talk about the brand spanking new Wonder Woman movie, Wonder Woman 1984.
Which is a very good year.
Yes. I guess. I mean, you people were born that year, but I've just existed.
Yeah.
In the void.
Yeah, but you wouldn't exist if it wasn't for us.
Paradoxal. Anyways, Wonder Woman 1984. So yeah. This movie was a whole lot different than the first one.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the first one was set in World War II, it was super. I think it was World War II. No,
one or two. I think it's two.
I think two. Anyway,
so smart.
we watched it the other day.
It yesterday.
But we were kind of busy doing other things,
yeah.
so we put it on the background. But anyways, obviously, so it had a much more serious tone. This one was really goofy, like really
cheesy.
Yeah.
Really cheesy.
This one felt a lot more like along the lines of the Aquaman movie, where it was more cartoonish and over the top goofiness than like there was nothing serious about this movie. There were no big stakes, no grand villain either. It was just it was really strange, and it was all about wishes.
Yeah, it was a fairly lame and unoriginal plot.
Yep.
Like the base plot, like yeah, it's just very typical, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a superhero movie. Of course, they're not gonna like be breaking boundaries. But...
I found this movie to be really entertaining. I thought Kristen Wiig was a lot of fun. I wanted more of her.
I wanted so much more Cheetah.
Yeah, she needed to be in a lot more.
Way more.
And then you have Pedro Pascal from The Mandalorian.
Yeah, the Mandalorian.
He plays like Maxwell Lord, which if you know the comics and stuff, he's kind of like a Lex Luthor-y type character.
Yeah, I mean, spoilers, he's the bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Kind of.
He's obviously a dick right at the beginning.
Really, neither of the bad guys are really bad guys.
That's most of the DC films.
You know.
But, yeah. I liked Pedro Pascal's character. He was pretty over the top and bonkers. The concept of this movie was pretty over the top and bonkers.
Yeah.
This is not a serious kind of film. This is like a monkey's paw kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the big thing with this movie, is its wishes, and they have consequences. And it's Wonder Woman.
I will say, I really hope Kristen Wiig comes back as Cheetah.
Yeah, me too.
Like, that was, like, really the biggest and best takeaway from this, is her as Cheetah. They didn't fully do her justice, I don't think.
No, not at all.
But...
I feel like if you have liked the DC movies so far, you'll be fine with this. It doesn't...
It's one of the better DC movies recently.
Yeah, but it's not the top
one,
though. No.
It's not, yeah, it's not, trying to think. The good ones were like
Shazam
basically...
was pretty good.
Shazam and,
well, the first Wonder Woman was pretty good.
First Wonder Woman and,
I like the Harley
Quinn movie, thank
even
you.
though nobody else liked that. So this is probably going to be another one of those things, is, this movie will have its fans, and most other people probably won't like it at all. Because
it's DC. They're trying. They're working their way up. But
yeah, this definitely has a different feel than the other Wonder Woman movie. It's a lot more cartoonish and campy. Almost reminded me more of the Christopher Reeves Superman movies.
Yeah,
kind of that feel. So if you like that kind of campiness, then you'll like this a lot. I had no problem with this. I thought it was cute and silly. Obviously, different, like I said, a different feel than Wonder Woman 1.
There was the magically pretty trope, which is really annoying.
Yeah, I hate how Kristen Wiig is
oh, she's
ugly.
So ugly with those glasses and no makeup, but then you take off the glasses and add a little makeup and magic, and then all of a sudden she's pretty. No, she was pretty.
Yep, she was.
But
she was
whatever.
just as pretty beforehand. We need to get away from that trope.
Yes.
It's stupid. And one thing that really bugged me about this movie is there's if you Wonder Woman flies, if you don't know that, I'm sorry. But most people know that if you've ever played the video games or watched the cartoon
or read a comic or
anything,
seen the show
anything about Wonder Woman, she flies. She learns to fly in this one. Apparently, that's not something.
Yeah, this is like Wonder Woman Origins Part 2.
Yeah.
Which is fine, I guess.
But what really bugged me about that is they used that. I don't know what the soundtrack is called or the sound is, but they used this song, and it's the same one they used in Kick-Ass. In the movie Kick-Ass, when Nicolas Cage's character is burning alive, spoilers, they play this song, and it's in a lot of other movies. I instantly recognized it, and it's
I have this. Yeah.
It's just this is a big, expensive, big budget movie, and you're not even gonna
have an original.
Write original music for it.
Ending song.
But whatever.
Also, I wrote down you said it felt a lot like Ant-Man 2. So it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It just
but
felt,
it wasn't.
It was weird. Weird feel.
As good or amazing like the other ones.
Again, I'd probably give this a B, B minus.
Yeah.
Probably B.
Yeah.
I'd give this one a B.
Oh, I also wrote down she's goth now, so of course she's evil now.
Yeah, I like before she fully changes into Cheetah, Kristen Wiig, when she starts to turn evil or whatever, she's goth. That's how you can tell she's bad now.
I will say I want her jacket really bad.
Yeah, it was a cool look, but it was silly. And that just kind of gives you the tone of this movie, is it's not taking itself very seriously. This is more if you're watching episodes of a cartoon show, this felt like an episode of a cartoon show.
I also wrote down the whole movie is just leading up to a costume change.
Yeah.
Which is quite hilarious because it's she goes from not even close to enough armor to so much armor. How is she moving?
Yeah, it has to weigh 300 pounds. But she's strong.
Let's see, do I have any other notes? Oh, the fight scenes were dark and hard to see to hide the really bad CGI.
The cheetah fight scenes, because there's really no super powered villain except for Cheetah in this. And when she's Cheetah, it's CGI. And the fight scenes look pretty bad. I guess if you were a video game player, for reference, it's playing Cyberpunk on the last generation consoles versus the new one. Mm-hmm. As in, it looks like it was made on the Nintendo 64, or even worse than that. The CGI for the fight scene with Cheetah was awful. It was atrocious. It didn't look realistic at all.
It wasn't too noticeable because it was really, really dark.
Yeah. It really wasn't. You might as well have just done what they did in Cats. And I think that's what we have to say about those movies. Not bad. Not
Yeah,
bad
like
films.
both of them. I mean, I definitely would recommend watching if they're your kind of
Yeah.
movie.
If you
they're
like this
not
kind of
atrocious
stuff,
by any means.
if you like the big blockbustery kind of things, these are those kind of things.
Yeah.
Fun, silly movies. But if you're not a big fan of like popcorn, dumb, turn off your brain action films, these aren't for you. And there's probably a lot of Tenet fanboys that are like, I'm smart because I like this movie. Because those are the types of fans Christopher Nolan gets. But he makes some good movies sometimes, and this Tenet was okay. Same as what. Same as what.
Tenet was okay. What a review.
What a review. It's okay. Anyways, thanks as always for watching.
Oh, before I
wait.
forget,
Before we forget,
this awesome t-shirt is from Mimi's Fresh Teas, and we will have a link below. Not sponsored, just like them. They're local Portland.
yep, a pretty neat shirt. Get yourself one if you want one.
If you yourself are also an empowered woman, like Wonder Woman.
Yep. Or like Harley Quinn, Batwoman, Wonder Woman, which seems to be what you are.
That's so rude. Why am I Harley Quinn?
Your arm things.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was just trying to do the red and blue.
Well, it kind of has a Harley Quinn vibe, doesn't it?
Hey, I'm still in the DC universe.
No, Batman.
Batman. Hey, you got to work with what you got. I got a Wonder Woman.
You know, it's fine.
headband.
It's fine. Instead of choosing to be a superhero, you just chose to be all of them.
Yeah, why
Nothing
just
wrong
be
with that.
why just be one superhero when you can be all of them?
I imagine, when you say that, I imagine some weird Cronenberg DC monster.
That would be pretty sweet.
Batman.
Can we get a Cronenberg DC movie, please?
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
That would be cool.
Anyways, catch you next time. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Bye-bye.